of the world on your shoulder. Just pick up the phone and I'll be right over with a smile and a hug and some ketchup Lay's. I'll give you a light in the darkest of days. We're gonna make it through this, through all this together.
Yeah, my whole Bonanza meltdown was a lot, but I think I kind of needed it, you know? Like, at first I was totally humiliated, don't get me wrong, and then I started getting messages and notifications, and I figured, that's it, like my entire life is over. But then I actually looked at my phone and everyone was being super nice about it. You know, everyone was just checking on me and seeing how I was doing and not making fun of me or sending edited videos of me crying at the Bonanza, which was surprising because that happens to a lot of really important people. And I figured being the most important person in town, that would happen to me because everyone was just waiting for my downfall, which they weren't apparently. So that's nice. I guess what I'm trying to say is I've been having so many realizations over the past few weeks, and I figured that I'm going to make a brand new vision board for the rest of the year, and I'm just going to focus on me. You know, I'm going to set my own goals. I'm going to do things for myself. I'm not going to worry about what other people are thinking about. And I've kind of figured out that just because I'm perfect and the best and the most beautiful person ever, you know, I don't have to be like that all the time, you know? It's going to be so relieving. And my plans definitely do not involve getting married. I mean, just between you and me, I think Tyler's a bit delusional still about the whole thing, but he's figuring it out that we're never going to be an item again. And I don't think I wanted to rush into another relationship soon because even though I had good intentions with the Bonanza boyfriend, it was just a mess. So I'm looking forward to things, and I mean, you know what they say, it's hot girl summer somewhere. So you know what, I'm just gonna have a fun time being a new girl. Yeah, that's good for me.
Just taking in the last sunset before they come and get me. Drag me away. It's a queer feeling anyway. Just finally getting to the place you know you're going to die. And you know, someone really should tell Danny, and Cara for that matter, just to love themselves. As they are. Because they're beautiful. And someone should tell Tyler that I'm proud of him, that he found a higher purpose. A higher purpose than the reefer. I'm sure Randal will figure everything out with that old Frigg Senior. He really is quite an excellent forager. Delicious. I always get me shrooms off him. And that, you know, he's got to accept himself. I mean, these are very basic things. Very basic. And Dixon, well, she's just a really caring person, you know. I'm just taking one last look at her before they take me. My street in Wales Eyebrow. But I'm from Wales Hole. And sure, the Bonanza's coming up. My 80th Bonanza. I hear Randal is going to compete. Someone really should tell him that his gambling-addicted sociopath of a father is alive. Someone really should tell him that.
I made a bit of a change. It's all part of coming to accept some truths. So Randal won. Randal. Who'd have thunk it? At least I didn't lose to him in person, you know? The hawk took me out. That's an outcome I can live with, you know? Like, he's a legend. He's a bit of a D-bag, but he's a legend. Cara's Insta says she's gonna work on herself for a while. So, I guess that answers that question. Even though I never really asked it. All right. So Dixon Mortar is not my real name. It's like a stage name, you know? Like, come on. Does anyone really think Danny Slammer's name on his birth certificate is Daniel Slammer? It's just awfully hard being taken seriously as a wrestler if your name is Evangeline Dixon. Evie Dixon. Great. There's always next year. Evie Dixon, 2021. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
The Wales Eyebrow 80th Annual Arm Wrestling Bonanza has drawn to a close, and it appears I have emerged as victor. Inside, where I should be feeling elation and joy, I find that it's only disgust and guilt. To become champion, I became a person I did not want to be. I manipulated Dixon Mortar into thinking we were friends, only so she could produce the Wales Hall rule book. I pretended to be injured against Carmel Butt so she'd feel guilty about my right arm and pushed the left-handed agenda. When I found Tyler crashed his car high on the weed, I had him committed to a sanatorium, hoping he would be out of the competition and cut off Danny Slammer's supply of supplements. I am disgusted with myself. I did this all so I could impress a dead father, who, by twists and turns out to neither be dead nor impressive. Those days are done, bucko. I'm glad I was raised without him, and I realize arm wrestling is not in my cards. I'll live up my days in Wales Eyebrow, foraging the nooks and crannies, living off the land. My name is Randal Crawfort, with a T, and I am an urban forager.
So, like, the arm wrestling bonanza, it didn't turn out like I had planned. I didn't win. And Cara wasn't even there. I can't believe she wasn't there. I went and saw her after and told her I was sorry that I didn't win, but I was still a man for her. And she told me it was over. That she wanted to spend time finding herself. My new take on life, about love and peace and all that, it doesn't work. I've lost Cara. I lost the arm wrestling championship. It seems like everyone had some kind of great epiphany during this bonanza. I've had an epiphany too. Love sucks. Love sucks. I'm not going to be the love guy anymore. No, I've had come to the realization that there is only one thing you can count on in this life. One thing that will always be there. One thing that takes you where you want to be.
How do I look? Today's a good day. I got a job interview. Yeah, I know. I was looking after Carmel, but I don't know, that wasn't for me anymore, you know. Carmel needed to go somewhere, which she was not happy about. Tyler. I came back, I thought I needed to talk to Tyler, but when I came back, he was in a bad spot. Sometimes when we pursue a goal, we forget to enjoy the journey, you know? 4 years is enough. It's good for me. It's time to do something else. You know, I'm going to be a personal trainer. Pass along my knowledge, you know? 4-time champion Danny Slammer. I'm going to train you. I also got to meet the Hawk after. Yeah. I met him down at Harry's. He was there by the bar, and sort of got my courage together, and I told him, it was an honor to see him and to get to talk to him, and he signed my bandana. It says Hawk. And then he threw up, like right there on the floor. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna have a gym to work out in, Won't be spending as much time here. So yeah, 2020. It's gonna be Danny's year.
Eyebrow champion, son! What? Yeah!